President Zardari, great to have you with us on Leaders Talk.
Thank you.
Well, during the time from 2008 to 2013, during your first term as president of Pakistan, you visited China 9 times. Now, this time revisiting the country, do you feel a sense of maybe nostalgia?
Wherever they say China and it's considered a heavy name or a big name, Pakistan comes along because we are neighbors. If nothing else, if I can't develop myself to China's standard, I can bask in Chinese glory. And I intend to take the advantage of geography and take Pakistan towards that side where we can take advantage, and your coming generation. Whatever we do is for the children of our children. We don't do it for us or tomorrow.
Later today, after this interview, you're heading to Harbin to attend the inaugural ceremony of the Asian Winter Games. So can you share with us a little bit your expectation, and are you prepared for the cold weather and the warm hospitality of the people there?
I love the Chinese people. My expectations are to be with China whenever it calls me, wherever it calls me. So if it calls me to minus 40 degrees, I'm going.
You're now halfway through your China trip. What are some of the major outcomes do you hope to achieve this time?
Goodwill, goodwill, and goodwill. It's always about trust, goodwill, in-depth relationships.
Mr. President, yesterday, a high-level meeting was conducted between you and Chinese President Xi Jinping. And during the meeting, President Xi called for accelerating the building of an even closer China-Pakistan community with a shared future. So, Mr. President, what's your take on that? And what are your major takeaways from your meeting with President Xi?
President Xi is very strong and he's very steadfast. He understands a lot of things that the world doesn't understand.
So during the meeting, you told President Xi, I quote here, "No matter how many issues come up in the world, I will stand. Pakistan people will stand with people of China. China, China, and China." So what messages and emotions were you trying to convey to President Xi with this repeated expressions of your support for China?
I want to convey to the world that we are neighbors for good or bad. We are friends for good or bad. We're not good weather friends, we're all weather friends.
Mr. President, the people of our two countries actually share a very special feelings for each other. Why do you think this friendship, this bond, can endure for so many different generations? Even now, for instance, I used to work in the United States as a correspondent, and there's this one time I took a cab, and the driver asked me where I'm from. And I said, I'm from China. And he said, oh, we are friends because I'm from Pakistan. And here in China, if a Chinese knows that you are from Pakistan, they will say, "Ba tie," which is ironclad brothers. So how do you think this very strong...
You tell me. Because it's a generation, and generations and generations. So it's a generation, people have been traveling, people have been nomads traveling, writing books. All that has passed through history.
If you're asked to use 3 keywords to describe the relations between China and Pakistan, what would it be, sir?
Humanity, trust, and trust. Human people. Chinese have never been unhuman. They've never gone to any other country and, massacred people. Trust is something that I have in them, something whoever is friendly to them has trust in them.
How do you understand the significance of President Xi's political philosophy as well as governance?
I admire his political philosophy and I admire his governance. So he understands the whole mindset. It's all thought for. Look at where you are today and where you were when he came in. It's a vast difference.
Pakistan has also voiced very strong support for the three major initiatives proposed by President Xi, including the Global Development Initiative, the Global Security Initiative, and the Global Civilization Initiative. How do you understand the global significance of those major initiatives in promoting peace and
Because we're the
prosperity?
most major, oldest civilization in this region. Our Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization is old. Chinese civilization is an older civilization. That brings us together. Everything that you talk about is something which mixes us and matches. I follow suit.
Mr. President, I'm still very curious to know that what part of China, in terms of its growth, in terms of its achievements and development, that you found most impressive to you for all those years?
Well, every time I come, it's another city. Every city is another city. Even Beijing, I'm coming here now after 10 years, and it's new to me. The look of it, buildings, this, that, people, everything is different. It's the fact that you're such hardworking people. Everybody is working in their own field, and it ends up in a collective advantage to the nation.
So how do you understand China's path towards modernization?
Yeah, 1.4 billion people. The world can't compete. It's all about new technologies, a rise of China, which is a good thing. China has never been an occupier.
As someone, as a friend who feels secure about the development of China, what do you want to tell those people who are now, as you said, might be a little bit threatening and afraid of the development of China? Why you're not scared at all?
Why am I not? Because A, I'm your neighbor, and I've been your neighbor since centuries. So why should one neighbor, which knows that the Chinese are not the kind who want to interfere in other countries, be scared? And I would never be scared of China. I'd be scared of another country, all right, but not China.
So you have faith in the peaceful rise.
I have a faith in the, not the peaceful dialogue, but forever friendship.
Another important topic being touched upon during your meeting with President Xi is the upgraded version of China-Pakistan economic corridor. So what specific enhancements do we envision in this new phase of development?
The path that leads to us is a mountainous region. So they have issues with that mountainous region. That needs to be solidified so that can withstand future issues like floods, like other depressions. Agriculture is somewhere where China can help us, and we are per capita, per acre yield is much less than yours is. I've just had a meeting with a company which is talking about export of milk and developing milk powder.
In what way do you think this economic corridor has propelled and shaped the development and connectivity of Pakistan?
It's shaped in the sense that now everybody knows that in the morning, if you feel like it, you can drive to China.
What are some of the specific areas, especially emerging new industries, do you anticipate under this framework in the future?
The industries concept is simple. We've got industrial parks only for China. And those industrial parks are going to be worked upon by the Pakistani labor, because now the concept is of work from home. Chairman of the company can be sitting in, anywhere in China, and he still be running his company in Pakistan. So this is something that we've discussed with the Chinese government.
And now the Pakistani government is making great efforts in its reform agenda and has carried out a 5-year economic plan centered around 5E, which includes environmental sustainability, etc. So what is your vision in enhancing the development synergies between your country and the development strategies here in China?
We are hoping to take advantage of that position in which we can use the technology for our advancement in every field, whether it's the utility of water, whether it's the collection of rains, whether it's climate exchange, whatever it comes, we need to take a lesson from China.
People always say that the relationship between our two countries is higher than Himalayas, and now the cooperation area has been extended to space technology with the successful launch of Pakistani satellite using Chinese rockets. And I want to show you, after that major move, many of the netizens, they posted comments online, and I want to show you some of that. Some of them say, we're proud, that maybe long live the friendship.
All complimentary.
Yes, very complimentary. So what do you think of the feedback of these netizens, and how do you understand this strategic significance?
Like I said, if my brother succeeds, at least he'll fix the house and we'll live in it.
But this is space cooperation. It is something very new and very
It's
promising.
not new. You are on the side of the moon where nobody's been. And from there you're discovering things. Pakistan is growing its capacity with you by coming up with partnerships with you, which is a good thing.
We know last year, Pakistan has successfully hosted the meeting of Council of Heads of Government of SCO member states. And China now has resumed the rotating presidency of the SCO from 2024 to 2025. How do you understand the role of SCO in global governance?
You know, all interactions have a lot of pushback, buyback, and a way forward to go. The SCO is also a part of an institution which will walk forward.
And as now Pakistan is increasing its exposure and also playing a bigger role on the world stage, what expectations do you have for Pakistan in terms of its role on the global arena?
I am more into making ourselves strong enough. Pakistan is a very independent country. We have our independent role, but at the same time, we will look towards China and go along with China first.
Mr. President, thank you so much for sharing with us your very insightful views, and greatly appreciate it for all your goodwill as well as your time sharing with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Very kind of you.